Hello guys, welcome to the Alrasta channel. In this episode, I will explain the storyline of the series SwallowedStar, episode 155. Before going to the storyline, I get information that SwallowedStar in this season will end in episode 178, which will continue in season 5. We pray that the next season will be released immediately, guys. Okay, then let's go straight to the storyline. Still located in Devil Mountain, Mo Luo, who could not dodge in front of Rong Jun and Wuka, who suspected him of being the culprit who had killed Galesy, attacked Bolin and even Luo Feng. Suddenly making a quick initiation move, he stabbed Wuka in the back, leaving Wuka with a deep wound. Rong Jun, who intended to attack Mo Luo, was blown away along with Wuka's weakened body. Mo Luo next targeted Bolin, trying to stop him. Rong Jun threw his sword, but the sword-throwing attack failed to land on Mo Luo. Mo Luo suddenly disappeared from sight and appeared from the ceiling while preparing a claw stab at Rong Jun. Before the attack struck his eyes, a wind domain appeared that stopped Mo Luo's advance. It was the power of the domain origin law released by Bolin, who was resurrected after going through his critical period. Bolin's explosion of power sent Mo Luo flying towards the wall, clinging like a lizard caught in a trap. Bolin asked, "Is Mo Luo the culprit who killed Luo Feng and Galesy?" At that moment, Mo Luo was completely helpless in front of Bolin, whose wind domain was mixed with the power of devilish sound. Mo Luo's level should have been higher than Bolin's, but here, Bolin was messing with Mo Luo's mind to make him open his mouth. Well, after the ordeal at Devil Mountain, Bolin had experienced a new breakthrough. It was only after Bolin applied additional pressure that Mo Luo admitted that he was the culprit. Therefore, there was no other reason for Bolin not to execute Mo Luo. But before Bolin launched his attack, Wu Qi appeared and said that Bolin couldn't decide someone's life or death in this place. After seeing Wu Qi's presence there, Mo Luo asked for his help to finish off Bolin. But Mo Luo was beaten up instead because Mo Luo did not work properly and only told him what to do. However, Wu Qi's presence there was not only to kill Bolin, but also to kill all the geniuses in the cave. Although the opponent before him was at the World Master level, Bolin felt no fear at all. As a top genius, he would prove that he could not be killed by Wu Qi. Surviving a World Master, indeed, they still had a possibility. But the situation was worsened by the presence of 2 enemy World Masters and 1 Domain Master there, plus Mo Luo. While the geniuses are under siege, we'll move on to the temple where Poyu is. At that moment, the Emperor Jenan contacted the woman to return to the defense of Luo Feng. Previously, he had gotten reports from Wuka and Rong Jun that Mo Luo was very suspicious, and based on his movement trajectory, upon further investigation, Mo Luo also had the possibility of being the suspect who killed Galesy. After recalling the face of Poyu Hao's younger sister, Emperor Jenan said in a high tone why Emperor Jenan was so worried about his disciple. But when it came to Poyu's sister, Emperor Jenan did nothing at all. Lowering his face briefly, Emperor Jenan recalled the incident when he had dealt with Poyu's younger sister to the point of getting her killed. It was the reason why Poyu hated Emperor Jenan so much. According to Poyu, Emperor Jenan killed his sister just because he wanted to vent his guilt and ease his burden over the death of Lian Luo, Emperor Jenyan's disciple who died in Devil Mountain. As for the matter of Poyu's younger sister, Emperor Jenan was willing to bear any consequences as long as it did not involve Luo Feng, since Luo Feng had nothing to do with it. As the envoy ordered by the Virtual Universe Company to guard Devil Mountain, Poyu had full authority. and Emperor Jenan couldn't interfere. And Poyu had already determined that Luo Feng was the suspect who had killed Galesy, so the Snake Lady advised Emperor Jenan not to get involved. Back to the geniuses, after being confronted with a larger number of powerful enemies, Bolin and the others intended to find an opening to escape from there. Not letting him escape, the opponents began to move to attack. But before one of the enemies landed its attack on Bolin, he disappeared first, hit by a green laser shot from another direction. A shot fired by Luo Feng, who was apparently still alive, and left everyone quite shocked. Seeing that Luo Feng was still alive, Wu Qi ordered his members to target Luo Feng first. It was at that moment that Bolin took advantage of the opening created by his enemies, tearing one of them apart and finishing him off. Wu Qi then dispatched one of his men to hold Bolin and the others, while he and another man would chase after Luo Feng, who was moving away from the battlefield. The chase started from this point. When Luo Feng was chased along with the enemy who fired a destructive laser shot, Luo Feng blocked the shot with a similar weapon. The shootout caused the destructive laser weapon Luo Feng was using to malfunction due to overload. That way it would be quite difficult to be able to give resistance to the powerful enemy before him, so Luo Feng and the others decided to continue the escape. But of course, escaping from a world master was not that easy. In the midst of his escape, Bolin said that he was not so disappointed that Luo Feng was still alive, because the battle between them to determine who was the strongest was still not over. Luo Feng and the others then spread out so as not to be caught at one time. Wu Qi, who was focused on targeting Luo Feng, managed to chase after him and landed a blue flame kick that couldn't be dispelled. Wu Qi's fire kicks also managed to split Luo Feng's body into two pieces. But he didn't know that Luo Feng, who was using Mosha's body at that time, could reunite and escape from his presence. Luo Feng's ability made Wu Qi even more eager to kill Luo Feng, and the chase continued. Meeting Bolin again midway, Luo Feng and Bolin worked together to withstand the slash kick released by Wu Qi. Rongjun, who was fighting Mo Luo while providing protection to Wuka, suddenly ran into Luo Feng, who appeared from behind the wall after being knocked down by Wu Qi's attack. As Wu Qi unleashed another long-range attack on Luo Feng pulled Mo Luo's body close to him using rattan-rubbed cloud and utilized it as a shield to withstand Wu Qi's attack. After Luo Feng was blown to the other side of the cave, Luo Feng and the others were able to land safely, while Mo Luo was severely injured after being used as a meat shield. Luo Feng and the others were also now in an unusual cave. There were many hand-carved inscriptions of Lian Luo, the previous Zhenyan Emperor's disciple. There were also scratch marks belonging to others imprinted there. When Luo Feng took back Mo Luo's body that was already critical, Wu Qi and the rest of the members also managed to catch up. In order to prevent the geniuses from running away again, he burned the surrounding area with blue flames, which then formed a large crack at the end of the road. At that moment, Luo Feng suddenly felt a strange feeling. His body became cold, and the chill penetrated into his bones. His blood also felt like it was frozen. It turned out to be a sensation given by the appearance of Devil Mountain's guardian figure, Poyu, who came out from the cracks in the wall and showed his existence. Wuka knew that Poyu was part of the virtual universe company members stationed there. It made them think that the geniuses were now saved, but it seemed to be the opposite. When the snake woman appeared, one of the Wuqi members called her a master, and he died at Poyu's hands in one fell swoop. After Poyu appeared there, Mo Luo also immediately asked for help. Poyu, who tried to twist the facts, said that she had witnessed with her own eyes and fists that Luo Feng, Bolan, Rongjun, and Wuka had attacked Mo Luo as fellow members of the virtual universe company. In defense, Rongjun said that Mo Luo was the one who had attacked first. He was also the one who had planned to kill Galzi and Luo Feng. Mo Luo had also admitted his actions. Poyu could feel the Bolan technique still lingering in Mo Luo's body. Luo Feng's mental strength was also still attached to Mo Luo's head. Unable to escape as the main culprit, Poyu flicked Mo Luo, making his body split apart and die easily. In a moment, the situation changed drastically, as if it had been designed that way from the beginning. And strangely, the laser guns used by the enemies were rare products. These products could only be purchased through the virtual universe company's special market. Even if it was Wu Ti, he shouldn't be able to get them. What was even more awkward about the situation was the call of Master to Poyu by the members of Wu Ti's group earlier. Indicating if now was not the beginning of the meeting between them, it was Bolan and Luo Feng's thoughts that realized something, where Poyu intended to silence all the witnesses who cooperated with her, including Mo Luo, who was executed on the spot, covering up the fact that she was the main mastermind behind the treasonous incident that occurred at Devil Mountain. Knowing that, Luo Feng said, so the group of assassins who had been hunting Luo Feng and also trying to finish off the geniuses were Poyu's own allies. Laughing, Poyu assumed that this was what would happen, because Luo Feng had become a disciple of the Emperor Jenan. Poyu's intention to attack made Babata panic. Moreover, this place still had no signal, so they couldn't report to the virtual universe company. Trying to buy time, Luo Feng said that Poyu's reason couldn't be that trivial. If her intention was just to take revenge and kill him, Bolan shouldn't have gotten involved in this incident, right? Also, if it was Poyu's intention, she should have used her own hands to finish Luo Feng off after entering Devil Mountain, instead of asking for help from the warriors in this place. Poyu must have kept a secret that the virtual universe company didn't want to know, right? But unfortunately, Luo Feng and the others wanted to escape in the middle of the conversation, but that couldn't be done because Poyu immediately activated the time domain, making the surroundings stop. Although the geniuses already knew the truth, Poyu unfortunately promised that this place would be the graveyard of facts and all of them. With a single hand movement, Poyu separated the bodies of the geniuses into pieces.
缓兵之计是没用，能察觉到当年之谜，但真心哦，可真是愿埋葬于此地。此刻。
When Poyu felt that everything was resolved, dimensional shreds suddenly appeared, making Luo Feng and the others return to their original state. Not only did it appear at one point, but dimensional shreds also appeared and began to fill the area around Poyu. And the one who did it all was Emperor Jenan, who had appeared from one of the dimensional rifts. Emotionally, he said that the prank between them should end immediately. While Poyu was speaking incoherently in front of Emperor Jenan, one of the enemy members who tried to escape vanished in one glance. Emperor Jenyan's strength was terrifying. All Emperor Jenan wanted to do here was pick up the precious geniuses. Moreover, the matter at hand also involves him and the truth of hundreds of millions of years ago. At that time, Poyu was the snake woman, assigned to investigate the case of Lian Luo's death. But in the investigation report that Poyu gave, she did not mention the existence of the cave with Lian Luo's handwritten carvings and scratch marks on it at all. It was as if Poyu was covering up the fact that she was the suspect who had killed Lian Luo, Emperor Jenyan's disciple, the creator of the floating blood method. Then was there a massacre here that angered Emperor Jenan? And that's the explanation of SwallowedStar in episode 155 this time, guys. Okay, thanks to those of you who have watched until the end. And don't forget to support us by subscribe, like, and comment. Final word from me. Bye.